on Omega Live TV that is powered by Omegahause Multimedia. Tonight, I am so excited once again to come your way. We have a great young man in our midst today that is going to share his great experience. But before we go on to him, I want you to, like we always do, go to our Facebook page, Omega Live TV, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Go to our YouTube page as well and hit the subscribe button. Omega Live is OMEGALIVE. Having done that, I want you to also share this with your friends, your family, your dad, your mom, your brothers, your sisters, your friend, whoever that you think that you have to share this with. I want you to just copy the link, just share it via WhatsApp, share it via Facebook Messenger, share it via whatever medium that you can, and God will richly bless you. This evening, I am so glad. Like I said, we have a great young man here. He's a motivational speaker, a young man who's been through, and he's here to share his testimony with us. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you tonight Mr. Micheal Opoku Gyamfi. You are welcome to My Life is My Testimony.
Thank you for having me, bro.
Yes, and as usual, we have our own evangelist bride, Adade, on my right here, to also sit in and support us and also share with us some of his testimonies as well. Ladies and gentlemen, before we go to him, I still want to give you a little bit of time, you know, to share this with someone. Keep sharing. Just share with a family. Just share with a friend. Just share with a neighbor. Just call someone. Say, hey, do you know that program called My Life is My Testimony? It's on now, so you need to watch it right now. Just share it with someone. Someone out there needs to listen or hear this testimony right now. So I just want you to share it. I'm still giving you a few seconds now, telling you to share, urging you on to share this. And if you haven't subscribed to our page, go on to Omega Live TV on Facebook, OMEGALIVE on Facebook, and then hit the like button and go to our YouTube page and hit the subscribe button. There is a bell at the corner of your YouTube page. You hit that bell, and anytime we go live, you'll be notified. Hallelujah. Mr. Micheal Opoku Gyamfi, also known as Michael James. You're welcome to My Life is My Testimony.
Thank you, my brother.
Yes.
Thank you for having me.
So as we'll say, tell us about yourself.
Wow. Where do I start? I just hope that all the viewers, all the listeners, everybody can take this and then embrace it and hopefully impact somebody's life.
Yes, yes.
But, about myself, where do I start from? You want me to start from the beginning?
Just start from the beginning,
yeah?
If you can.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was born in Ghana.
Yes.
And I came here at the age of 12.
Sure.
But my affliction started in Ghana.
Wow.
Yeah. By the age of 3 years old, I noticed that my brother and my sister was my mom and dad.
Wow.
They were my carers. They were the one taking care of me.
Okay.
And I moved to Accra with my older brother. And I ended up going to... He took me to my dad's house, actually, to go and collect my school fees. Okay. And my dad was not having it. Because my dad still was bitter with my mom. Because my mom, him and my mom has divorced. Okay. This time, my mom has traveled to Italy as well when I was 2 years old. Okay. So my brother and my sister has been taking care of me. But mind you, my older brother he was about 18 or 19 at the time. That's okay. Right. And my sister was about 15, 16 at the time also. So when my mom and dad broke up, my dad kicked them two out of the house as well. Okay. Yeah. So from very young, I've been going through afflictions, you know. So I ended up living with my dad for a bit, and back and forth. Back to Kumasi, left my dad's house. My dad kicked me out actually out of the house.
At what age was this?
I was about 7 years old when my dad kicked me out. About 7, 8 years old. This is what I'm talking about, 1987, because my older brother must have stole some money off of him. So he said that I'm going to do the same thing when I grow up, because obviously he's living with my stepmom. I'm with my stepbrothers and sisters and that. And he just didn't want me in the house. He just hated us.
Oh.
So that was just an excuse. So he couldn't get to punish my brother. So he punished me. But this time my life was stable. I'm going to school. I'm doing really well in school. You know, I'm around my brothers and sisters. Like, you know what I mean? So I'm doing really good. So he decided to put me in the car, got the driver to drive me to Kumasi. Mind you, my dad was quite wealthy. You know what I mean? He had money. Him and my mum, like they came in from the early 60s.
Okay.
So they were. My dad was a tailor. My mum was a seamstress.
Okay. Wow.
They used to sew for British Home Store back in the day.
Back in the day.
And they have a shop in Shepherd Bush.
Okay.
So obviously they made
were well off. Yeah.
You get me? They were doing good. You know what I mean? They bought a lot of machines. They went to Ghana, opened a big factory. You know what I mean? Doing max production, clothes, and all of that. So they were doing really good.
Wow.
But obviously, my dad being a womanizer, he ended up basically being with my mum's assistant.
Wow.
Who's come to learn, the woman that's come to learn to work up with my mum. He ended up having 3 children with her. When my mum found out, my mum was pregnant with me.
Wow.
My half sister, she's 2 weeks older than me.
Oh wow.
When my mum, so when my mum found out with all of that, my mum was hurt. So my mum just picked up her stuff and she went to a family house in Kumasi, left all the wealth, left everything with my man, you know. So my dad was quite bitter from that. So cut the long story short, he kicked me out of the house to try and punish me. So I went and lived with my uncle for a bit in Kumasi. And that was affliction I saw, because I didn't know my uncle. I've never been around him. I know my mom's side of the family, but I didn't know my uncle like that.
Right.
But living with him, I went through my afflictions over there, because obviously I was like a rejected child, innit? You know what I mean? Like, so.
And how was that feeling, like being rejected and feel left alone?
Boy,
yeah.
You know what? It breaks your self-confidence as a kid. Because when I went to when I was in Accra, I was a very happy kid.
Right.
So when I went to Kumasi, and my cousins would tease me, and you get me, and things like that. And mind you, I didn't have a lot of things that they had. You know what I mean? So they used to you know what I mean. I remember when my older brother took me there. It's like, listen, whilst you're here, like don't fight my man. Yeah, like behave yourself, innit? You know what I mean? Sure. So I used to let my man bully me, you know what I mean? I used to let him get away with it.
Cause your other brother?
Yeah, no, my other cousin, you know what I mean? My uncle's son. So he was the same age group as me. Oh, wow. So I used to let him bully, because obviously, if they kick me out, where am I going? You know what I mean? Because my brother, things was hard for him as well. You know what I mean? He's trying to find his way in life, and imagine your dad's kicked you out. So you know what I mean?
Where was your mom at this time?
My mom was in Italy at this time. Okay. But my mom fell sick when she left me she went to Italy to go and do business.
Okay.
So she ended up falling sick. She only left to go for a couple of months and come back. But when she got to Italy, she started working. She ended up feeling sick over there. From all the stress, obviously, she just left her marriage. All the money that she's made for how many years, everything that she's grafted for, she left it with my man. Because she knew if she fought him, they would have killed her off. You understand?
And you know, when you say, wow, who was that? The partner or the...
That was my dad, because he was here, my dad. Okay. Understand? But then you have the third party, my stepmother come in. Okay. So when she realized how deep it is, because my dad's have 3 children with her now. Right. So when she realized how deep it was, they know that she had to come out. And you know how Ghana is. So she was wise enough to say, no, take all the material things, because this is what you lot want, innit? Right. I'm going to take my children, you know what I mean, and start all over again.
So coming back to the point where you went to your uncle's house, how was it there? I mean,
bro, it was terrible. It was terrible. Like I said, living in Kumasi and living in Accra is two different things. Yeah. And my uncle is also he's a kin. Yeah. So he's Anamnako kin, Anamakrohin they call him. So living there with him, I never really had interaction with him. You know what I mean? I interacted more with my uncle's wife. Okay. Yeah, the youngest wife. and she had a child. She had a son who's the same age group as me. So she used to mistreat me, bro. You get me? She was mean. She was very mean. I remember one time I didn't have no clothes, and I've gone to my uncle. I'm saying I need some clothes, and that the woman went to the marketplace. Yeah, she bought some clothes, yeah, and she bought me girl socks.
Wow.
Yeah. my mom
had those flowers.
The flowers and that. So I remember I go to school and I get teased and that. Yeah. And I remember my mom used to send me stuff. You know what I mean? Send me stuff and that. And I never used to get my stuff.
So where did they go to?
Bro, when the stuff comes, it disappears, bro. Wow. You get me? It just never reached me. But one of my aunties, my auntie Rose, she came to Ghana to come and visit. Because she also grew up here. So, I mean, she also lived in London. So, when she came to Ghana, this time my mom fell sick in Italy. She caught her first stroke. She caught stroke. She had a brain tumor when she was in Italy. Thank God, because if that would have happened when she was in Ghana, she would have died. Oh, so when she traveled just on a business trip, she ended up catching the stroke and that. So, what she did, she left Italy and came to London because she's used to London. She's been here from the early 60s. So London is where her foundation is. She only went to Italy to do business, understand? Because she's a seamstress, so a lot of materials and things like that. So that's what she's in. So she went to go and get some fabrics and that. Right. But when she left us, obviously, we suffered. You know what I mean? So, cut a long story short, my auntie used to mistreat me. Say it again.
What kind of things was you going through that you was getting all this mistreatment when she left?
Hey, bro, you remember when your mom is not around you? Right. Yeah? You see, every kid is confident when you have your mom, your dad around you. Right. But when you don't have that, yeah, people treat you different. Right. You know what I mean? Because they look at you as abandoned kid. You feel me? But my situation wasn't like that. Obviously, my dad has his guilt and whatever. He didn't want to see us. Understand? Right. So he just kind of like repelled us. But being at the family, being with the family, my mom's side of the family and that as well, it was very hard because, you know what I mean, when your mom is not there, anybody can treat you anyhow. You understand what I'm saying to you? So my sister and my older brother used to fight a lot. Because of how people used to treat me and because I'm a kid, you understand? Okay. So I didn't understand a lot of it. So they used to fight a lot over me, you know what I mean? So being at my uncle's house, it was terrible. So my auntie came and she came to visit my uncle and she saw me and she thought I was my other brother. But she realized, but she see my clothes was dirty, I was a mess. So she get in touch with my mom like, you need to get this kid out of here. You know what I mean? But always from a young age, I remember my sister saying to me one day, I was crying. My sister said to me, don't worry, your mom's gonna come and take you to Europe. So I've always had it at the back of my mind. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna go to Europe. I'm gonna go to Europe. So for some strange reason as a kid, I didn't care what anybody did to me. Because I had it at the back of my mind. My mom's gonna come and take me to Europe. You know what I mean? When I went to my uncle's, my education went down. My ability went down. You know what I mean? I was quite smart when I was young, but when I went to my uncle's, my cousin's mom, she was educated, but she would take my cousin, and she would teach him and whatever. So we used to go to school, and our school was like you know what? Government. It was a government school. Yes. Where you one go in the afternoon, one go in the morning. Yeah, one go in the morning, one go in. Okay. So I wanted to be in the same class with my cousin because he was quite smart. Okay. But my auntie didn't want that because she didn't want the competition. So we went to 2 different classes. So I used to go to the afternoon and he would go in the morning, or he'll go in the morning, I'll go in the afternoon. So, you know what I mean? That's how it was. So when I'll come in from school, he would get his homework done. His mom would help him get his homework done and everything. I'll try and ask him, like, help me with my homework. He wouldn't. So I'll teeth his books and try and do my homework, but then I'll copy exactly the same thing. So I get into trouble when I go back to school. You know what I mean? Yeah. But the woman was mean. Like in the evening, like, you know, Ghana, like, you eat in the evening, you eat your fufu or something as a kid, you go and play football. By the time you come back in the evening, you're hungry again. Right. My auntie would take my nephew and she'll feed him. You get me? In her room. I'm not allowed to go this. I would not go. So she'll feed him, like, you know what I mean? So in the evening, we'll be starving, like, you know what I mean, as a kid, like. So I was mager. I was proper mager, and So
very skinny.
Yeah, skinny, bro. My treatment, my spirit was down. I was not happy. I hated that place. But you know what?
At what age was this? Eight
I was
years?
about 7, 8 years old. You get me?
Right.
Yeah, man. So I used to, but we used to go to church as well.
Okay.
And this was in Asqua in Kumasi. Yeah. And the school the school was right opposite us. So we used to go to church. So all the time, like I'm always praying, and as a kid, for some reason, I've always knew how to pray, or just hearing people pray, and I just taking. So I've just always inspired myself and that. Thank God, one of my mom's older sister, her husband, yeah, he lives in Accra. And I remember him from since I was young. He used to do business with my mum. So my mum get in contact with him and asked him to come and take me from my uncle's house, because she didn't want me to be in my uncle's house in the first place. So my mum, he came, grabbed me from there, and I went to Accra. And when I went to Accra, this man showed me the greatest amount of love. Still to today, I look at this man as like the richest man I've ever come across.
God bless him.
You know what I mean? Because this man, I remember in Kumasi, yeah, because he had a big family as well in Kumasi. He has 2 big houses, yeah, at the end of the road, yeah, opposite each other, and everybody that was in that household was family.
Well, hold on that. If you just joined us, you are still tuned in to My Life is My Testimony on Omega Live TV, powered by Omegahause Multimedia. Like I said, if you haven't liked our Facebook page, just go click the like button. Just go on our YouTube page as well. If you're watching us from YouTube, click on the subscribe button, and God will richly bless you. We're still here with Mr. Micheal, Nana Opoku, Gyamfi, and motivational speaker here, who has a great story to share with us. It's not too late to join in. It's neither too late to call someone. Just share this link with someone. Just copy the link, share it on WhatsApp with someone, share it on Facebook, share it on YouTube with whoever, with your family, your friends, your neighbor, everybody that you can lay hands on. Just share this video, and your life will never be the same. God will richly reward you. Someone may need to listen to this word. Someone may need this word at this time the most. Someone is at the verge of committing suicide. Someone is at the verge of giving up. This is their only opportunity. This might only be their only chance to say, what, I'm not gonna give up. I'm still gonna move on. This is my only opportunity to say, you know what, I'm gonna give my life to Christ. So wherever you are, please share this with somebody. Somebody needs to hear this. We are here to inspire you. We are here to encourage you. We are here to draw you to Christ. So as you do this, God will greatly reward you. So Micheal, yes, so you went to Accra.
Yeah, so I went to Accra, reunited back with my older brother. And that time, my older brother was also working with my uncle. Yeah, my Uncle Cole, right? And what he used to do, he used to have a drink distributing company. Right. So the whole of Accra, all the restaurants, all the hotels, all the bars, we used to distribute the drinks. Understand? So he had a lot of workers and that. So as a kid, I went to Accra, and I also had a few of my cousins and that. From my mom's side, yeah, my mom's older sister, all her children was there, because that's their father, and they have children. So I had a lot of my nieces and nephews. So it's a big house, a big family household.
So was that in the process of you coming to the UK?
Yeah, that was in the process of me coming into the UK. Yeah. So my mom took me out from that household because she knew she heard what was going through down there. So she took me out there. You understand? So when I came to Accra, it was really good. We live on Circle. I don't know if anyone know Tiptoe Lane.
Tiptoe Lane, yes.
Yeah. So them days, remember in the late 80s, early 90s, Tiptoe Lane. That's like it was like being on Oxford Circus. Yes. You know what I mean? All the shops, all the everything was there. Again, all the clothing. You know what I mean? We used to go and play arcades. You know what I'm saying? So it's still on my uncles. It's like brought me back that feeling that I had at my dad's. You know what I mean? I had luxury, I had bicycle. You know what I mean? I watch movies. You know what I mean? I was living like I was supposed to live. You know what I mean? So the only thing I didn't do is I didn't go to school when I was in Accra. because we was waiting to get, my things them and come out of this, and they're thinking there's no point in me going to school because I'm gonna leave anyway. I'm just gonna register me at school and I'm gonna just leave. So
how old were you when you came here? Like,
I came here at the age of 12. Right. At the age of 12. So I stayed in Accra for about another 2 years. Okay. Yeah. So I used to get my little cousin Pat. Me and Pat used to, you get me? I used to read with Pat. Yeah, Pat would teach me how to read and write and everything. Should go to school and so I come back, you get me? And teach me and that. So when I came over here, like my reading and that was not all that great. Yeah. But I got to school. It was so crazy.
What was the area you came to live in?
I came to live in Edmonton. Right. Yeah, Montague Road. And it's so funny. All my hopes and dreams and my aspirations of coming to England and everything died at the airport.
Wow. Why was
died at Heathrow?
Why?
Right.
Bro, I didn't know. My mom was remarried, right? This time. Yeah. And they didn't tell me that just before I came, my mom had her second stroke.
Oh my God.
So I came out the plane, and mind you, I came by myself, you know what I mean? Like they put me on the plane, I came. So I got here, come to meet my mom. Get me, I met my mom, my stepdad, but my mom wasn't there holding a walking stick. You know what I mean? Like, it's like,
what's happening to my mom?
What's happening to my mom? You know what I mean? Like, first time meeting my mom, because remember, my mom left me at 2 years old. So this first time meeting my mom was sick. Right. Like, wow. So we come home. That time we was living in one.
So were you excited? Like,
how did you feel? That's what I'm saying. All the excitement that I had shattered at the airport.
Because of the state you saw your mom?
Because when I saw my mom was sick. My mom was quite young, so that's how my mom was about 45 years old. You get me? And
you were very young at that time?
I was very young at that time. So and my stepdad was quite old. I think my stepdad was, at that time, he was about 50 something, you understand? Yeah. And
both of them was at the airport?
Yeah, they came to the airport to come and get me, obviously. And that time, my sister's boyfriend was with them as well. My sister's fiance, ex-husband, was with them as well. So they come get me and receive me. But, bro, what I'm saying to you, everything, all my hopes was killed from there. So I come home, I realized how bad my mom is ill. Right. And obviously I had to take care of my mom. Now, my stepdad he married my mom just 2 years prior to me being here. Right. So as he married my mom, it wasn't long after that my mom gets sick. So he's trying to find a way out.
Wow.
But remember, and you get me? So he just married her, she fell sick. He's trying to find a way out. But they were Jehovah's Witnesses. Okay. So he couldn't just pick up and go.
Right.
So he became very bitter. And this guy took all the frustration out of me. He didn't like me.
So you came to UK basically thinking it was going to be better?
Bruv, I came to
it got worse.
Bruv, you know you're in Ghana, come to UK.
Yeah, expecting some excitement to go to school.
Bruv, the whole thing, you get me? Yeah. And we finally have everything I finally want. You know what I'm saying? Be at my mom's school, the whole thing, the whole life, understand? And bro, my mom was sick and my mom was paralyzed one side of her body. Wow. Understand? So she couldn't hardly do anything, and the brain tumor, so a lot of things, you know what I mean, was quite bad. But I started school. The first time that my stepdad went and registered me at the school, he told me blatantly, he said to me, listen, I'm letting you know from now, if you get into any trouble in this school, don't come and tell me because I'm not coming.
Oh.
Yeah, I've registered you on it. Basically, you're on your own.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
Wow.
My stepdad's Jamaican.
Oh, wow.
Say that. So, you know, you get me? Straight to the point, bro. Mama didn't care, bro. You know what I mean? You're not my son. You know what I mean? But obviously, when he married my mom, it was with love. You gave me your name, like, that's you know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You adopted me as your son, like, you know what I mean? My mom, and then because he was trying to find a way out, he made me know straight away that he doesn't feel me. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I was very humble with them, man. I used to wash his car every weekend, and I used to go Kingdom Home. I used to go preaching. You get me, with them, you know what I mean? And that also helped me because that helped me with my reading and that. So I remember going, school was my only place of excitement, my only outlet, because I didn't have no outlet. Wow. You know what I mean? Because, you know, Jehovah's Witnesses, they were very strict. Yes. You can't do this, you can't do that. So, you know what I mean? All the things that I wanted to do, I couldn't do anyway. Wow. So school was my only outlet. My mom was sick. My clothes was dead. You know what I'm saying? This guy used to. I remember my man used to go to the second-hand shop and try and pick up jeans and stuff. The man was just mean. But you know what, bro? Life turned around in school, innit? Where I was getting into a lot of problems in school, getting into a lot of fights, and you know what I mean. But I love school because school was the only outlet. You know what I mean? I had to teach my mom how to cook again. I had to teach my mom how to walk again. I had to teach my mom how to do a lot of things again. So I didn't ask my mom for much.
How were you coping with your mom? How was it like? Was your dad never there?
You know what? He was there. He lived the same house. You know what I mean? But you remember, he didn't. When he gets up. Yeah, he goes and he comes back in the evening, whether he's going to go and do preaching work, whatever, going to work, whatever. Yeah, but he was never there. Remember, he was trying to come out. He was trying to find a way out. So he spent less time in the house. Understand what I'm saying to you?
Wanted to leave you.
Yeah. So everything that my mom want, you know what I mean, like shopping and that, I'll go and do the shopping. You know what I mean? My mom put the money in my hand. I just go tell me what she wants, understand? And I go. So
that must have been very tough to
take. It was very, very tough. It was very tough.
So young as well at that time, and you don't know no one here.
Hated here.
You sort of didn't get any love from nobody. Because your mom is not well.
Bro, I hated here because being in Ghana, I had my freedom.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I had my freedom. I had family around me, you know what I'm saying? No, even the worst situation in Ghana as a kid, you want people around you. You understand what I'm saying to you? And I could go out and play football. I could do this. I could do that. Even when I wasn't happy at my uncle's, I still had freedom. But when I came here, bro, I didn't have no freedom. So I used to look at the window and see the kids going by on their bikes, on their roller skates. Bro, and I couldn't do none of this because one, I didn't know nowhere. My mom is physically disabled, so she can't really take me anywhere. Do you understand? Or do anything with me. My stepdad don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like he just get up and goes. So the only thing I ever did with them was go to the Kingdom Hall on Friday nights and Sunday, Saturday. Instead of as a kid, instead of me having to, you know what I mean, go out and play, socialize with my friend, I'm going to field service. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, but I didn't even have no clothes to go out. So as a kid, I was ashamed. I didn't want to go out.
Wow.
So, bro, when I started school, I started getting a little money. I used to save my school I saved my school dinner money because I used to get free lunch and free school meals. Yes. So I would save my £10 that I'll get every week that my mom will give me. I used to save that. You get me? And boom, I'll go and buy my little stuff that I want. Do you understand? But boy, things got hard, man. I used to get bullied in school, man. I fought everybody in school. When I got there, young African boy, you know what I'm saying? Everybody picked on me. But bro, one thing I had, man, I had heart, man. I fought everybody. Everyone that stepped to me, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, yeah.
Bro, but I realized that I can't do that for too long because at the same time, I want to make friends. You know what I mean? I don't want to fight people, but bro, every day.
Why did you think was it a matter of low self-esteem or some sort?
No, you remember at that time, yeah, in the early 90s, remember, like there wasn't a lot of Africans like this. It's not like how it is right now. Do you understand what I'm saying? The Jamaicans was running the show.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So but coming from Ghana, I remember I had a very strong African accent. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I don't really know much. You get me? So bro, I'm telling you, man, it was hard. It was hard. Like they used to bully me in school a lot. So I used to fight. I have to fight because they would pick on me. Oh, you African boo boo, this, that. You get me?
I can't really,
bro. Because they used to tease me, bro.
I remember when I first come in the country as well, and when I was young, when I first started going to school, was similar to that because I didn't know the language, man. Yeah. And most of the kids would be like, you know, I'm telling you, go and do this. You don't even know what that means. And
you go and do it. They're laughing at you, bro.
They'll start picking on you.
Yes.
And they'll be calling you names, how you look like.
Yeah.
They'll be teaching you.
Call you monkey. Call you whatever they want to call you.
Because obviously it's just the kids being kids, but at the same time as well, it's a sense of bullying and a sense of a sense of, you know, causing problem to you as a child because you don't know. You don't know how to express yourself because you're still new.
That's it. Remember,
and those are some of the things I went through, exactly like what you was going through. So, and it was tough to take.
You know what? Yeah. So it's either you are timid or you defend yourself.
If you're timid, you're dead.
Yeah. It causes you to want to fight. It causes you to want to have to defend yourself. And you build all type of aggression. Because after a while, there's only so much you can tolerate, and then you're finding a way to get respect. Now, this is where some of the issues comes in, and this is where you guys. Man, I'm sure this is what some of your challenge. So you can tell us some more about some of your.
If you're timid, you're dead.
Right.
Trust me, bro. Yeah. I went to one of the worst school in my borough. Wow. Yeah, my school is called Salisbury School. Yeah.
Yes.
All the rejects. Everyone that's been kicked out from every other school
was there
came to my school. Yeah.
Wow.
So I'm saying to you, especially my year. Yeah, my year. I started off in the second year. Yeah, year 8. And I'm telling you, bro, we had about 30 black kids. And I'm saying, and every single one of them are rude boys. Every one of them are hard. And I'm saying to a man coming to school, Nike Air Max, off-keys designer clothes, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Non-uniform day, bro. My school, yo, every kid was up there. All the boys was up there. Bro, my clothes was dead, bro. I'm wearing high-techs and Gola. Bro, what you mean, bro? You get what I'm saying?
How did you start finding your way in?
Bro, I had to find my way in, bro. I had to find my way in, bro. I had to make it happen, bro.
And how did that happen?
I remember one time I gave you this joke, yeah? I wanted Nike. All I knew in my head, Nike. I just wanted Nike. So I've managed to save like, I think £25 or £30, yeah? And this night that I've been seeing this Nike in the window in Edmonton Green. That time they had a sports shop in Edmonton Green, right?
You sure?
I've been seeing this window. I've been seeing this Nike.
So you're saving your money.
I saved my money, and I've gone in there to go and buy the Nike. But you know what? Yeah, the trainers was big for me.
Wow,
bro, the trainers were like size 10 trainers.
And what was your size then,
bro? I was about size 5, 6.
Oh my God.
The man said to me, "It's too big for you. Pick another one." I said, "Nah."
That's what you want.
I want that one. Bro.
Because of everyone.
Bro, everybody got Nike. Because I've been looking at these trainers for weeks. Every time I come past that shop there, when my mom sent me to the shop, bro, it's that trainers I want. So I finally got the money. Now it's not my size. You don't have my size. I'm taking the one. I'm taking the size 10.
Still.
Bro. So I brought these trainers home, Remember, I don't have no parental guidance when I'm out there. Like my stepdad is not like taking me to say, you know what I'm saying?
Mom can't come out.
Mom can't come out like that.
Was your mom getting better by the?
My mom, I'm gonna get to that. I helped my mom. Okay. You get me to build. You get me. But at that time when I came, my mom just had the stroke.
Yes.
Yeah.
So hospital appointments. I used to wake up in my mom's tongue used to swell up in her mouth all the time.
Wow.
You get me? And you remember and also all of that obviously have an impact as a kid. You know what I mean? All the frustration, you know what I mean? Psychologically, physically, emotionally. So I used to go to school and I used to fight a lot because a lot of the time people didn't know what's happening.
So that was like your release.
And I kept it so quiet because I didn't want to tell no one. I was ashamed to tell people that my mom was sick. I was ashamed because, you know what I mean? Coming from Ghana, all these things, you know what I mean? There was a lot of things that instead of me speaking it as a kid, I buckled all of it inside. So I didn't want none of my friends.
So that's what brought all the,
do you understand?
The
so there was a lot of anger. Yeah. But then where it was, that's what it was, the bullying. It wasn't. They used to tease me. They used to bully me. Bro, you have to stand up for yourself. I ain't got no one fighting for me. I have to fight for myself. So back to the trainers now. I've got the trainers. Boom. Come to school the following day. PE. I pulled at this size 10 trainers out of my bag. Everybody was like, what the hell? What are those? You know the ones there, bro. I had one of those, what are those moments? You know what I'm saying? Bro, everybody was cracking up, laughing at me. But you know what, bro? I still wore my trainers proudly. I bought it. That's the main point. That was the point. And I remember I used to wear these big baggy jeans, and I'm walking and try and cover them. You hear me? Bro, the trainers will be like this, bro. We'll be out there. You know what I mean? But you know what? I experienced all of that. And I saved my money. I bought me a roller skate. I started skating. So skating. skating was something that brought me a lot of joy because I used to see my friends skate and I wanted to skate. You know what I mean? And I wanted the roller skate because if I can skate, that means that if my mom needs anything, I can skate to the shop quickly and get it for her. Do you understand? So I started skating. So skating was my thing. You know what I mean? So I started skating. I became really good at skating. You know what I mean? So I used to skate to school and I became very popular a lot in school. I saw very quick. You know, so it was crazy, but I survived in school. You know what I mean? I used to get excluded a lot. You know what I mean? I get excluded about 4 or 5 times. But thank God I never ever got kicked out because I was also so respectful to the teachers. I never ever swore at a teacher. I never insulted a teacher. I was never rude to a teacher. So the teachers was the one that always used to support me. You know what I mean? Like, he used to defend me and that. You know what I mean? So I get excluded. I remember the first time I got excluded and I came home and I lied to my mom. I said something about teacher passed away or whatever. Bro, I'm not knowing this is not Ghana, bro. You can't just lie to your mom like something. You know what I mean?
You know what's coming.
The letter came through the door, bro.
The letter's coming through.
Bro,
so if you're still watching, you're still live on Omega Live TV, powered by Omegahause Multimedia. This is still My Life is My Testimony. If you just joined us, I just want to encourage you to like our Facebook page, Omega Live TV, and our YouTube channel as well. Just hit the subscribe button. If you haven't shared this video, it is just about to get interesting. It's just about to get to where you want to hear most. So you know what? Just share this link with someone. Just share this live video with your son, your daughter, your brother, your sister, your family, your neighbor. Just call them and say, you know what? You need to watch this because it is just about to get very interesting right now. God bless you for joining us. You know what? We still have Mr. Micheal Nana Opoku Gyamfi with us, a motivational speaker. He has been through, like I said, he's been through a lot. Came from Ghana to this country, you know, with a lot of very, very, very sad experiences. You know, yes. And we also want to tell you that, you know, the phone lines are open, and I'm sure the number is on the screen. You can call in anyway. But yes, keep your comments coming in as well. I will read it very, very soon. You can also ask questions, send your questions on the Facebook portal. I'll read it very soon. God bless you for joining us. So, Mr. Micheal, at what point, you know, because we've got 30 minutes now, less than 30 minutes. Okay. What point did it get bad?
Bruv, it got bad all the way through. School was bad. I get excluded. I remember I get excluded the first time my mom catch me out. And boy, I got excluded the second time. I'm like, nah, you ain't catching me this time. So what I will do is I will take the letter and I'll still dress like I'm going to school. You know, and I'll jump on a bus to get me roaming around the street. Wow. You know, end up me some few bad boys on the road. We start licking handbags, purses. And we used to call it text.
Were you with a group?
Stealing handbags.
We were stealing handbags.
Were you with a group of people?
Like, you know what? Not even a group of people. Yeah, I met up with one boy one time. You get me? I'm excluded from school for about 2 weeks.
And you hadn't told your mom. You're still roaming around.
Yeah, I'm still roaming around, bro. So I remember, I think about my 3rd day out, I must have met this youth, and you get me? He was also loafing, so I remember we sitting at McDonald's, like, you get me? And said, yeah, this is what he's doing.
How old were you then?
I was about 13, you get me?
Yeah.
So, bro,
it's always at that age.
13, 14, you get me? Yeah. So, bro, man started, you get me? We call it text. So man's like, yeah, let's go and lick a tech. So that was the thing. So we got a lick a tech. And I remember we lick a text. We get a little money, you know what I mean? So yeah. So that was the thing, but that was short-lived. Wow. You get me? Because I got excluded a couple of times after that, and I went off and then did that on my own. I didn't even need no one to do that with me, because, you know what I mean? But I used to come to school and I used to say to my friends, look, I've got credit cards, I've got this, and you know what I mean? Like,
13 years.
Yeah, bad boy, like, you know what I mean? Because all the, you know what?
In your school uniform when you go and do this, or you go?
No, I change on the bus. I'll change on the bus, bro. And when after school, I'll go back into my school uniform, go and meet my friends, like, yeah, I just come back from school, and I mean, and go home, you know what I mean? So I did that for a while, but I left school And when I left school, it was, you know what I mean, that time things have settled, you know what I mean. Right. My English has improved, obviously has improved. Yeah. My reading and writing has improved, you know what I mean. I give thanks to like going to the Kingdom Hall, like, because I used to read a lot, you know what I mean, Kingdom Hall. So that improved everything. Yeah. Went to college. So again, what college did I choose to go to? I choose to go to Waltham Forest College. I went to Waltham Forest College, met up with all the bad boys as well. And yeah, I ended up getting kicked out of Waltham Forest College
for doing
fighting, and I got caught with cannabis on me.
Wow. So at that point you had been introduced to smoking.
I was smoking.
Who introduced you to smoking?
Well, who introduced me to smoking? You know what? Just people in the hood, you know, like friends. Like I used to see a lot of the school kids, you know what I mean? A lot of these white boys, you know what I mean? White kids smoking cigarettes. I remember second year in school, like 12 years old, they were smoking cigarettes. You know what I mean? But I never started then. I only got to about maybe 14, 15, you get me? Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like right now, man, them was bringing weed to school. Man, them, you know what I mean? We're doing certain things. So obviously I'm with the bad boys. So you're seeing what's going on, hearing what's going on. You know what I mean? So I started smoking. So anyway, gone to college. I got kicked out of college for fighting, and I find some cannabis on me.
So when that happened, what did you decide to do?
Boy, I came out of college. I linked up with one of my friends, older brother, and he was working in one Reebok factory. So he took me there. He took me to the agency, and I got a job at the Reebok factory. Remember, this time still my clothes is a bit dead, isn't it? Right. So boy, when I started working at the Reebok factory, I started getting clothes. Yeah. Start getting clothes, bro. Right. I say the whole hood was wearing Reebok. Everybody on 4th Street, you get me, them days there, you get me? Like all my brethren, because we was teeth in them, you know what I mean? He was him anyway, my boy, like, but we was getting a lot of clothes. But you know what? My main thing, my road thing started when I started shooting weed. When I started selling weed, when I started selling, I got into the game. I was selling weed a lot from a young age. I was selling weed, you know what I mean? Because anything that my mom needed, you know what I mean, I had to be able to give it to her or give it to myself. I never asked my mom for nothing. Never asked my mom.
But you provided for your mom.
I provide, not even provide for her. Like if I have the money, if she needs it, I'm not gonna let her use her money. Yeah. You know what I mean? She needs something. I'll be like, it's okay.
She getting better at that time.
Yeah, she's getting better slowly. She's getting better. You get me? So
was she? Did she not at any point get concerned, or did she not notice anything at a point?
To be honest with you, yeah, I was a very smart kid. I never bring money home.
Wow. I
used to hide my money. So you get me, and even still to today, you might think I'm something else, but yo, bro, you know what I'm saying? Now I stack my pee, bro. You know what I'm saying? So my mom would never see. So I used to hide my money. So everything I used to do outside, yeah. If I'm coming home, I'll go. So no, I don't hide in the house. I hide it outside.
So at home, you were known as the good boy.
Yeah, of course, bro. I thought you played a part, man.
Did your mom know that you were expelled out of college?
Yeah, she did. Yeah.
And what did you tell her?
Oh, I told her that I don't like the course anymore. It was too hard. Boom, you get me? I went to the. You get me? I went to the job. So boom. So the following, obviously, the following year, 1997, I enrolled in Islington College. You get me? I got myself a job. Oh, wow. But in between this time, you know what I mean, used to hang around on 4th Street, you know what I mean? We were still licking texts, you know what I mean? Little robbery here and then, you get me?
What kind of things was you taking out when you go out and do this?
Well, you looking persons, innit? Oh, so, you know what I mean? You get me? Yeah, you looking persons, whatever's in there, so, and you know what I mean?
And is it because of your, you know, because of the fact that you didn't have and you were doing that to
bro, you just
bad company.
Bad company, and at the same time, it was the thrill of it, you getting money to go and get the things that you want.
You need,
you understand? But I came off with that very quickly. That died for me. You know what I mean? I didn't want that because a lot of the guys that I was rolling with at the time, they weren't good anyway. You know what I'm saying? Sure. So I cut that off. So I got myself a job in Sainsbury's. Got myself a job in Sainsbury's, working in Sainsbury's. I'm getting money now, doing my little hustle on the road. You get me? So I'm getting money. I'm studying. You get me? I'm going to college. You know what I mean? Now I start to look good, like, you know what I mean? My clothes, you know what I mean? I like the designers, you know what I'm saying? Because that all the boys that I was growing up with in school, them my boys, they were trendsetters. You know what I mean? They were rich kids. They were spoiled.
So you felt a sense you just want to fit in.
So I just wanted to fit in. Yes, yes, definitely.
Though that you couldn't afford it, you go by all means. Just and that sometimes that brings it's a lot of weight on you,
bruv. And to be able to do that, bring a lot of joy, because you know it's like, look at me now. I got the same thing that you got. Now, you get me? And I think girls are looking at you different, because boy, my girl's game was dead, because no one, you know what I mean? Who an African kid that can't speak English or their clothes is not right, or do you understand what I'm saying to you? So when I started getting money, you know what I mean, I started making my little money, I was quite happy, you know what I mean, I fitted in, you know what I mean, but at the same time, it was still hard, because my mum was still sick, and you know what I mean, but even though she was improving, but it was still, you know what I mean, I'm on like an auto drive, I'm not really seeing them, because it's like this is what I'm used to, you know what I mean, and when I look back, I bought my own computers. You know what I mean? Like my own consoles. You get me? Wanted, yes. You know what I mean? I want a Mega Drive. I get it myself. Right. You want a PlayStation? I get it myself. You know, it was that type of thing. I want a bike. I go and get it myself. You know what I mean? So I never really waited for anyone. Wow. You know what I mean? So when I got to like age 17, 18, I think I bought my first car at the age of 18. You know what I mean? I got introduced to fraud when I was working in Sainsbury's. One of my friends that used to cut his hair, and I also used to cut hair as well. Okay. When I was in school, like the kids in the Kingdom Hall, like, and I mean, one day I started learning how to cut hair, and I was cutting my friend's hair, so they'll give me a little £5 here and there, so you get a little money, you get me, and that. So, but that didn't last anyway. I put that to the side. So one of the uncles, one of the Ghanaian uncles, see me, just lied to me, get me, boom, gave me a key of weed. Wow. Like, yeah, this is me. So I started breaking it down. You get me? So all my friends, everybody smoked. So boy, I started making money from there. You know what I mean? But I flopped it. The first one I got, I flopped it. Because the money was coming too quick. I didn't know what to do if I flopped it. So I left that. So I got myself a job. I'm working, I'm going to college, I'm doing all of that. Then boy, I wanted to hustle again. So I started getting weed. I got introduced to fraud. My friend, one of my brethren come to me. It's like, yeah, I was cutting his hair. It's like, yeah, come on, some money. Yeah, what do I need to do? He said, yeah, I've got a friend that can put money in your bank account. Oh, why not? What do I have to do? All you have to do is just take it out. You give them what they ask you for, and you keep the rest. I gave them my card. They put £11,000 in there. Wow. I took out 8. When I was going to take out the rest, I get shipped. They run off with the money. You get me? Yeah. So I've come back now. The police has let me go. So I'm going looking for my brethren. My man went disappearing for good 2 months. Right. Gone off with the P. So I catch him, and he was an older lot to me. He was an older to me as well. Beat him up, punched him up, bust him up in front of his mum's door, bust up his head. Anyway. But then, he opened my eyes to something I didn't know.
What was that?
Fraud.
Wow.
I can get ACs and get people to put money in there. What?
So you're getting excited.
I went to every single one I know, bro. All the boys and girls. You got a bank account, I can put money in there, bro. Bro. Yeah. So, I start getting ACs, you know what I mean now? And I find someone that can put money in there. Right. Boom, I start making money. You know what I mean? Things happening, and I want to get my AC money. I'm going to get $1 a week. That's happening. So I'm breaking on the weed. I'm working in Sainsbury's. You know what I mean? I'm cutting P now. Like, I'm seeing couple, you get me? I'm seeing couple grands at the end of the month. Like, you get me? So this time I'm stacking my P. I'm doing my thing. But remember, I still live with my mum and my stepdad. Right. So my stepdad was looking at me and some funny, you get me? But I just used to stack my P. That time we've moved from where we used to be. We moved from Montague Road onto 4th Street now. That happened when I was in school anyway. So it's like I've got to know man from Tottenham, and the fact that I went to Waltham Forest College, I knew people from Hackney, Leighton, you get me, Walthamstow, you know what I'm saying, different areas, understand? Then the next year I went East Lane College, so I got to know people from West London, you get me, from that side of the pond, you get me, from Finsbury Park Road. So my circle started to get big, you get me?
Getting excited.
Yeah, so I started, because I moved round the border of Edmonton and Tottenham, I started to play with more of the man them from Tottenham. was the man them in Edmonton that I grew up with, all my boys that I grew up with, they were doing things like they were on the hard team,
really
hustling like them, and they were doing the real shit. They were doing the real thing, but because them man they were so wild and so advanced, they could easily get into trouble. So I was like, nah, let me stick with my local thing that I know. You get me? Build myself up. So eventually, one of my friend's mum, you get me, that me and my friend I used to be close to, you know what I mean? Like, this time I got my first car, I'm doing well, you get me? I got my first car, got me a Ford Escort, a white one. You get me? And I was so happy to get a car. What? Got a car. And no, mind you, I learned how to drive, like driving stolen cars. Like, you know what I mean? Me and my friends, like the age of 16, you get me? We used to go to college, we got in college, them man that driving hot whips, like metros, and then they used to thief metros, and the black box. So you get me? I remember one time, one of my brothers gave me a black box, so we was, got in a car.
You guys was doing a lot.
Bro, we got in a car, I couldn't drive, but I'm watching my man. Bro, I think I must have driven in first and second gear from Wolfenstow all the way to Edmonton, bro. You get me? I got into third gear. I was like, yeah, the car can go faster. And next minute, within a couple hours, I was driving, you know what I mean? And that's how that came about, you know what I mean? So I used to go out with them. They used to go and lick cars, but I just used to be with them, you know what I mean? And that was fun. That was fun because a couple of times we get into some police encounters and that, you know what I mean? But as a kid, it was just a buzz, you know what I mean? Getting chased by the police, that type of silliness, you know what I mean? But I ended up going to jail at the age of 21, and it was through a friend of mine. And it was sad because I really, really liked him, and I liked his mum. I used to look after him because his mum was in jail when I knew him, because I knew him from college. And when I gone to his house, I realized that his mom is not there. It's just only him and his little brother, and he will have family members coming every now and then. So that reminded me of a little bit of my situation when I was younger, you know what I mean? Because he was the one looking after his little brother. So I used to always go to their house, and I always used to support him. Every little money I get, you know what I'm saying, any little thing, I'm sharing with him, you get me? Because I'm on the roads, I'm doing my thing, I'm connected. And he didn't really have the heart like that, because he used to sing. It was more of a singer, and them man, they were sweet boys, understand? They didn't.
So something went wrong there and they got you to prison?
No, it didn't go wrong there. It's like, I'm saying he was a sweet boy, so I was more road. That's right. Understand? But I like chilling with them man, because them man, they were cool. There were no really trouble around them, you get me? So I used to, you get me? And I had a lot of compassion for him. So whilst I'm chilling with him, you get me, for a couple, his mom come out of jail. This time his mom's come out of jail, but this time now I'm about 19, 20 now. Okay. You get me? Yeah. Like I know the roads now. Yeah. You get me? Well, I'm doing things. I'm doing food. I'm selling weed. You get me? Man, them are giving me things to hold for them. You get me? I have a couple elders and the ends that, you know what I mean? Hold this for me. You don't have to do this, but just hold this for me. And you get me? Anytime they need it, boom, go and get it for them. You get me? They give me pee, they look after me, do you understand? So I'm getting peace all the time. I'm in my man's yard, you get me? We could smoke in his house, so what's the point being on the road? Go and catch in my man's yard, catch in the yard, we smoke, understand, we eat, like, you know what I'm saying? So that was my base. And when his mom come out, I used to make sure that I used to look after his mom as well. So the mom realized that time I had money, like, you get me? Good 20, 30 bags, you get me? So the mom had a link in Jamaica. We was talking about wanting to get some grading and that. So they come to me with some proposition. My mom has kicked me out of the house at this time because I brought some girl to the yard. And
wait, so your mom was
my stepdad kicked me out of the house. Oh right. Yeah, because I brought some girl to the house, and my stepdad always don't bring girl to my yard.
Well, how was your mom then?
My mom was getting better. My mom was getting better. So but you remember,
walk without the stick?
No, she still walk with the stick. Still today. You remember, one side of her is paralyzed. You understand what I'm saying? Stroke. You understand what I'm saying to you? So you know, stroke takes time. But anyway, boom. My stepdad kicked me out of the house, so I end up staying at my friend's house more now. Yeah. So more likely I'm out there. So the mom's, you know what I mean, come to me with a proposition saying, she knows some people in Jamaica, this and this and that, you get me, they can get some weed for me, this and this and that. And I said, all right, cool. So this time now, I've bought me a brand new car, got me a nicer convertible. I got me a convertible now. You get me? So I'm taking food. I met one of the Ghanaian brothers that you get me is getting in. So I'm getting good money. Good 3 bags a week. You get me? From ACs, like, you know what I mean? So I'm making dough, and I've always been about my pee from young. I didn't like the trouble. The trouble it was just rubbish for me. You get me?
So what got you in prison?
So anyway, we've gone to Jamaica. Me and my brethren, we've gone to Jamaica to go and basically see the grade, that I want, the weed that I want. We've gone to Jamaica, met the people, them that will bring it in. You know what I mean? We'll send the thing and all of that, the big people, them. So when we were coming back, my brethren's mum, they set us up. They've put something in our bag. Yeah? Right. So when we come back now, at the airport, they pull us up and they open our suitcase and have a 2 keys of weed on the top of my bag. My friend had the same thing. Like, what the hell's going on?
So you basically didn't know?
We didn't know this.
Wow.
But you were expecting them to bring it later?
Yeah. That's the reason I went there to make the link. Understand? But when I come out, they set us up. Okay. My mum, my friend's mum, she went to prison for drugs. That was her thing. Yeah. That's why she was away for so long. Because remember when I said I met my friend, his mum wasn't. You understand? So, so she set me up, bro.
Holding that thought. Holding that thought. If you just joined us, you just didn't join us early enough, but you joined at the right time. The story just got interesting right now. If you just joined in live, this is My Life is My Testimony. Of course, on Omega Live TV, powered by Omegahause Multimedia. If you just joined, look, I still encourage you to share this to someone. Let someone hear of this live testimony. This needs to go out there. This needs to encourage someone. This needs to tell someone that, you know what, no matter how much your life has gone down, there is always a second chance. God will always, is willing to bring you back on track. Hallelujah. Look, if you haven't liked our Facebook page, just go hit the like button and go to our YouTube channel, Omega Live TV on both, and then hit the subscribe button. God richly bless you for joining us. We're still live on Omega Live TV. So, Mr. Michael, yes, what was going on there at the airport?
Gatwick Airport, we've come back. I was happy we come back from Jamaica. We're coming back, we're happy because we've want to make the links over there. We've seen the things that we want. Because that's what I was doing, the weed thing, you know what I mean?
So when they stopped you, how was that like? How was that like when they stopped you?
Okay. So, bro, they stopped us and, you know what I mean, I was confident, like, nothing in it. But then when I opened the suitcase...
that's when you saw that this is real.
This is my bag. Anyway, eventually, and I was ashamed. I was hurt that anyone could do that to me. So when I come on road, everybody what happened? Why you go to jail for? I say, oh, some weed. You know?
So how long did what happened? What was the process? How long did you do in jail for?
They sentenced us for a year.
Right.
Yeah. Right. Of course, you remember it was just only a little bit. Right. But what they did, they used us as a decoy.
Oh,
so you see the thing that that's why they only have a little bit just to make catch us, take the attention of the main thing, because that's what the guy's mom used to do.
Oh, right.
So she didn't care setting up her own son.
Oh my God.
So check this out, and you know what? I looked after this woman, remember she came out of prison, she had nothing. So I look after this woman. Anything that this woman wanted, she got. So she saw me, she saw my kind heart, and I even used to call her mom. So she did that. Anyway, so I got sentenced, gone jail. Gone jail. Jail was crazy. Because, you know what I mean, I've never been in jail before. You know what I mean?
How was the experience?
Boy, it was crazy. You know what? When I was young, I've been arrested so many times for foolishness and that. So, you get me? It was like nothing going through that process, but to be able to be banged up, knowing that I'm in prison and I've let my mum down, who's going to look after my mum? Because I always trying to be logical, not to do something that will get me, do you understand? Because I could have been very reckless, but I try not to be reckless. So, when I'm going to jail, I got into a couple of troubles as well. I end up, they end up shipping me all the way to Dartmoor. So I'm in some crazy ass jail, yeah, all the way in Dartmoor, like in Wales and that, yeah. No visit, nothing, bro.
So at that point, had you made contact with the woman?
Yeah, I have. When I was because I started off in High Down, yeah. I started with High Down, then they sent me to the Mount. When I was in High Down, the woman used to call. I mean, they used to write a couple of times. Oh, I came to come and visit you. This and this and that. They didn't let me see you, but her son was in the same prison as well. She come and see her son, but she never see me. But she used to write letters to say, oh, I came to come and see you and send me a VO. This and this, and I'll send her a VO. She never came. Yeah. Wow. So when I came, because I got into trouble, I had an extended. Sentence as well, so I ended doing, I think, about 3-4 months more than I was supposed to. But when they sent me to Dartmoor was a more of a bigger man prison. Understand? So there weren't no real trouble. Like High Down and the Mount was, you get me, I got into a few trouble in the Mount. You get me? I didn't really get into trouble in High Down. I think I had one fight in High Down, and when I went to the Mount got a bit crazy. You get me? Got into some altercations, and there was a riot that kicked off, and basically they said I was part of the riot. So they end up shipping me to Dartmoor. So I'm a troublemaker. So I'm going Dartmoor. I gone Dartmoor. Let me tell you, bro, that was the scariest thing in my life, bro. Gone Dartmoor. I'm chilling with lifers. I'm chilling with people that doing life. The guy next door to me, he killed his wife, bro. Wow. He killed his wife, and he was telling me about it. And then imagine this guy is telling me his life. About bro, I'm thinking about not thinking about killing me, but I'm saying I'm chilling with this type of people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm chilling with people that are doing life.
Very uncomfortable.
People are not coming out. They're not ever going to see road again.
They don't care about nobody.
So anyway, I came out of jail on good behavior. I came out on the tag. When I came out, one of my boys put me on because he used to do the food. And no, mind you, when I was younger, yeah, like 16, 17, all the man them that started off their tin on, you get me, shutting and that, they might bring me in. They bring me in like, Mike, come work with me. And I said, nah. I said, nah, I was good with the weed. I was good with my little fruit, doing my little job, you get me? Because remember, I got my mom as a responsibility. So,
so you don't want to do nothing.
I can't really do them things. You understand? So I didn't really do
So was your mom aware when you went in prison? Was she?
Of course she was aware. She was aware. But good thing is, my older brother, that time you see my brother, the one that I say that stole the money from my dad, I ended up getting punished for it. He was here. You get me? He used to live in Belgium. So he ended up coming to London. So he was here when I got sentenced. Yeah, so that time he was taking care of my mom and dad. So bro, when I came out of jail, I was on tag. And this time one of my younger people, my younger cousin, he's doing his thing on the road hard. This guy in, you get me? He's with the big boys. You get me? Right. So boom, he come. And he gave me a cue of brown, a cue of white. I said, cuz this is you. Do your thing.
You became heavily in the streets now.
Bro, I was already in the streets.
Right, but I got more.
You hear me? I just came and jumped right back in. Bro, I went to jail, yeah?
Right.
When I went to jail, I had about £30,000 put down.
Right. Wow.
Yeah. I was only 20 years old. I had a convertible. Right. I had a Ford Escort convertible, like, you know, the Mark 5, the bubble shape, fully kitted out, leather interior, electric roof. You get me?
But it didn't give you no joy, like, you know, because obviously
I had things. I had jewelries. Right. I had Avrexes. I had all of that. What I'm saying, I had money. I see money. So coming back, you get me? Jumping in the footing is just what I've seen in jail. Because when I went to jail, I got exposed to a lot of drugs. Before, drugs was something I didn't want to be a part of. Wow. Like I said, I was really...
Jail made it worse.
Bro, I went to jail, I see brown, I see white in my face, people taking drugs in my face, and that's what I'm saying to you. So when I came out, I even used to hold drugs for people when I was in jail.
Wow.
You understand what I'm saying? So when I came out,
jail really didn't change you.
Bro, jail was like going to university, bro. You get me? It just advanced my wisdom. Understand? So I came out of jail, and boom, my cousin put me on. You get me? And I built my line whilst I was on tag.
Okay.
I was on tag for about 4 or 5 months when I came out of jail. Yeah, and I built my line. So I'll wake up at 7 o'clock in the morning and I have to be back for 7. Yeah, I'll leave the house latest by 8 o'clock and I'm on the road looking for kitties. Because by that time my cousin had the little keys, but then man, they big things. So he would send me little shots here and there. And that. So I remember things was quite slow. So I'm building up my tin. So by the time I came off my tag, my line was doing about at least £200-300 a day. You get me? And I'm plus I've linked back up with my guy that I used to do the fraud with. You get me? And I think I was still doing my little fraud and that. But the peb line, the food thing, I didn't really enjoy it. Because I have to break down the brown, break down the white, and I'm dealing with all these dirty cats. How did it all change for the better? Like, how did you start going in the other direction? To be honest with you, this is not what you to be honest with you, I got into some craziness. Yeah, this time, remember, money, power, and respect. Innit? So, guns came in. A lot of beef on the roads and rare. So my older brother, there was a lot of things was happening. There's a lot of things was going on. Them time I'm talking. You really get involved with the gang, bro. I was the gang. Wow. You get me? But you know, I've never been a follower because I have my peoples. You get me? All the people that I grew up with. But you never see me who say I'm with this group of people and that. I know I was connected. Everyone. So you never see me with one person. I know man from I know Hackney man, I know Tottenham man, I know Edmonton man. Change? What changed you? What was the different that you experienced that you said this is not life for you? Bro. Of all the stuff that you're saying. One morning, one morning I'm going to go and lick a shop. And this is where a cat that this cat here used to bring me about at least £200 every day. Yeah. It was a couple and they had a child, yeah. So I'm gonna go and lick the shop to them. So in the morning, I've gone there and I went there in the morning. So I gave him his drugs. He's giving me £70, and there was a bottle of milk. Yeah, a bottle of milk in the baby bottle. Yeah, in the and I went back the following morning. That same milk bottle was on the floor. And I remember the baby, my man was so high, the woman so high, the child was going for that same bottle, drinking out the same bottle. I understand the bottle was like, milk was gone. And I'm saying, rah, these guys, they were so interested in the drugs. They don't, you hear me? They're not even taking care of the youth, understand? And there's a lot of things that my drugs is just nothing that my spirit ever connected, because remember, I'm doing food, I'm getting a lot of money from food. So, you know what I'm saying? Eventually I was like, you know what? Forget the drugs, man. It's like, you know what I mean? I'm back on road. You know what I mean? Like I'm where I want to be now. I saw the convertible. I've got me a Golf GTI. You get me tinted out. Get me everything I want. You know what I mean? I've got money. You know what I'm saying? This time I'm talking. I'm saying a good 40 bags. You get me? My older brother moved to MK. So when he moved to MK, the roads was getting mad. You get me? It's getting dangerous. Yeah, and a lot of people was telling my mom, like few friends was telling my mom, look, your son, rare. That time I was getting into a lot of beef. Because you see, when you start making money, you're gonna attract attention. Yes, you attract people. So you remember the streets is full of gangs, robbers, thieves, killers, and that's what I'm saying to you, and deceivers. So a lot of people was trying to, you get me, a lot of the elders was trying to, you get me, was trying things, and boy, as a kid, you know what, I always, you get me, I always stood up for myself, right? You know what I mean? I stand for my own, you know what I mean? But the way things was going, obviously I know the energies that I was dealing with, the drugs and all of that was bringing a lot of negative energy. So, you know, eventually I took myself out. I went to Milton Keynes to go and live up there with my brother a bit, because things was getting mad. I remember a brother pulled a gun on me. And when he pulled a gun on me, that was a realization, because I went back again and I also pulled a gun on him. So understand? So it was getting to that point where you were getting deeper and deeper. It's getting deeper, you know what I'm saying? Like anything can happen. But was you praying then? I was praying. Listen, let me tell you something, bro, yeah? I swear to you, yeah? God on my life, bro. I have drugs on me, yeah? And I'm praying.
What was the prayer? Like,
I'm asking for protection because I'm going to pick up drugs for me. Understand? So I've always prayed. I've never been the type of kid. Yeah, listen. If it wasn't for prayer, if it wasn't for God, yeah, I wouldn't be here telling you what I've been through.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying to you? Yeah. My brain would have been gone. I would have been dead. I could have been smoking drugs because I have people friends that are cats that were doing drugs in front of me that I never touched. You understand what I'm saying to you? So we see so much.
Right.
So if it wasn't for God, bruv, you get me? Bruv, my house is the police has never kicked off my door. The police has never kicked off my door. Not for drugs anyway. Right. You understand what I'm saying to you? So if it wasn't for God, I know. But it's how also you carry yourself. Understand? Because I was never a selfish kid. You know what I mean? I did certain things because, well, it's just part of, you get me? But when I realized it's not for me, I leave that. I move on, you get me? Because I always look at myself quite highly, you understand? Right. So certain things that I just see that it doesn't resonate with me, I leave that alone. I move on, I find something else. So when I moved to my own Kings, I gave my line to one of my friends. And boy, within a couple of months, that line was dead. Understand? And this line was bringing me a good £1,200 a day, bro. You know what I'm saying? But the line was dead, and it's like, cool, innit? And I stayed in my own Kings for about 2 years. So when I came back into London, it's like my face was out of the picture a bit. And that's when things started calming down. You know what I mean? So at that time, I back up with one of my boys. He started to go Ghana. You get me? So boom, like, man, come Ghana, man. Come Ghana. See what's happening. Get a ticket, go Ghana. So he's gone Ghana. He used to send me pictures, you know what I mean? That time, that's when the camera phones first came out. But Mama had the Nokia, you know, the Nokia in a big screen. I had one of them. So when we be in Ghana, they sent me in.
Okay, Ghana. Viewers, it's getting interesting. It looks like we'll have to get Micheal back on here, but we're going to try and squeeze a lot out of him within the last 5 minutes. We've got 5 minutes to leave here. That's right. If you still haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, it's Omega Live TV. Go and subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. If you haven't liked our Facebook page, it's still Omega Live TV. Just hit the like button. Look, the last 5 minutes, I still want you to share. Push the video. Push that video. Tell someone about, you know, my life is my testimony. It's a great testimony we share over here. This is to encourage you. This is to motivate you to know that, you know what, wherever you have been, no matter what you've done, look, God is still merciful. He's here to save you. He's still here to give you that hope that you want. Share this with someone. You know what? And your life will never be the same. Unfortunately, we've got just 4 minutes as I'm talking now. We're still gonna try and squeeze. If we are not able to get everything out of him, I promise you we'll bring Micheal back on to finish his story. But I know that even with what he said, you have been blessed by it. You know, so Micheal, just flow with the last.
Just to run it off.
Yes.
Came back into London. You get me? My face is out of the picture, more like, you get me? So my boy's like, come Ghana. Get a ticket, I gone Ghana. Nice. Gone Ghana again the following year. Nice, you get me? So I gone Ghana, this time I have a little money. My sister take my money off of me, you get me? And gone Ghana, I gone Ghana for like 14 grand. You get me? Just go and party, you know. 14 bags on me, bro. My sister's like, what you come over with all this money for? Give me that. You get me? So she took about 8 of it and bought some lands for me.
Wow, that's nice.
So bought the lands and that, and boy, I come back and I start focusing in Ghana a bit more. So I've gone Ghana a few times, you know what I mean, trying to secure something over there. But then someone came into my life. It was a woman that came into my life that brought a lot of grief because I was a family friend, and he had this, you get me, it was her and her sister, and like me, and I mean, me and her were very close, and I end up messing with the sister, and the sister get pregnant, and the family decides to want to check.
Is that what you got into?
Bruv. I love the girl them though. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I was a bit of a terrorist when it comes to the girl.
The sister too.
That's what I'm saying, bro. That's a mistake. But I'm saying to you, so when you're into certain things, you get me. But it was all, you know what I mean? You know, sometimes it get into your head, innit? Right. Yeah. So I take fully responsibility for that action. I'm not trying to blame no one. Right. But bro, that didn't end good for me because obviously the family try and kill me off, innit? Right. The family tried their best to try and hurt me. You get me? But they didn't do it physically or spiritual, you understand? So, you know what I mean? Boy, I think we're going to have to leave that one because if I start that one,
on that note, it was about to get on another dimension. Right. Look, if you want to hear the rest of this story, join us same time next week, 7:30. We'll be live here. Michael is going to continue his mind-blowing testimony, his experience. I just want to put in this. If you are out there and you think that you have a great story to share, that you want to come on this show to share with the whole wide world, I encourage you, just get into contact through Facebook page, Omegahause TV. You can just, just pick up the number on the screen right now. Just 078. Yes, just
53.
Gone.
00.
That's right.
7176.
I'm sure it's on the screen right now. Yeah,
it's on the screen right now. But if it's not on the screen, it's 078.
Okay.
53 00 7176. And then also you can, like he's saying, you can send a message.
You can send a message to us via Facebook page, our Facebook page, Omegahause TV. All too soon, we have got to come to the end of this program. I know that your life has been blessed with this testimony. Even though we didn't finish, it was about to go on another dimension. I promise you, we're going to bring Michael back next week, same time. Just remember that, you know what, no matter where you have been, no matter what you have done, it is not too late for you to come back to Christ. This show is all about Christ. We are using the lives of people, the testimonies they've got to encourage you, to tell you that, you know what, it does not matter. There is hope in Christ. And it is only Christ that can give you that hope. So I beseech you today that, you know what, give your life to Christ, because like I said in the beginning, it is appointed for man to die once, and after that, judgment. Ask yourself, what account are you going to give to your Creator? This evening, I just want to say that, you know what, if you haven't given your life to Christ, like we always do, I'll ask Evangelist to just, lead you to Christ quickly. Very quickly, Evangelist, you want to do that? Just pray with someone on there, and then we go. Just
thank you very much.
Yes.
But thanks to Omegahause, thanks to thanks to Michael for sharing such a powerful testimony, and I'm sure there's more to come. Thank you to the viewers, everyone that's taking their time to watch and share. Thank you. Like Bedford rightly said, it says in Hebrews 29 verse 7, it says, it is appointed, that to man after death is judgment. As it says in Romans 3 verse 23, it says, for all have sinned and have fallen short of God.
That's right.
Of the glory of God. We are all sinners. We all make mistakes. In our life, there's nobody that's perfect. And as it says in Romans 6 verse 23, it also says that, it says that, for the wages of sin is death, but the gift of life is eternal life through our Lord Jesus Christ.
That's right.
God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believe in him will not perish but have everlasting life. What a great thing to know that God loves you. That he didn't send his Son to condemn you. It doesn't matter what you're going through. It doesn't matter whether you find yourself being on the street. It doesn't matter whether you're going through stress. It doesn't matter what sickness you're going through. It doesn't matter whether you feel abandoned. Sometimes we all feel that, the same way that Michael has explained. But just know that Jesus Christ loves you. God loves you. If you're a sinner, if you've made a mistake, there's always hope. Jesus Christ he saves, and he says, say this, dear Jesus, I accept you as my Lord and Savior. Forgive me for my sins and make me new. Wash me by the blood of Jesus and accept me into your kingdom. I think you only say this. Get yourself a Bible, find yourself a good church, Bible church to go to, and you'll be blessed. Thank you. God bless you. Thank you, everyone.
So yes. Before we leave, like I said, if you have any testimonies to share with us, just contact us on the numbers that we've put on the chat. Is in there, and we'll get back to you and we'll speak to you. Send a message to us. So same time next week on Thursday. Join us. My life is my testimony. God bless you for watching. Good evening.
Okay.